man, I study.
Yo, what time you have class? Yo, my biggest start mine from regular B. You say it's about Monday 11 to 12.
So straight into this after my
Lock up with
in
her?
general introduction. All
Alright,
right.
let me see if I have my key. Alright, cool. Alright, no worries. Yeah, man.
Okay. All right. So they're starting off with me first, the general introduction for the show. Then I'm moving into this. All right.
5, 4, 3.
Good morning, guys. It's another episode of SoSci Live. It's a little bit cloudy around UWI today, but here in studios, we have a hot lecturer, in my opinion, our New Year lecturer, Mr. Jermaine Young. But apart from that, we'll also be having our entertainment with Paige. We'll also be having our business mindset, and of course, we'll be also having our usual announcements. So today, Know Your Lecture, Mr. Jermaine Young is a tutor. Well, he's actually one of my tutors for government 1000, right? So tell me, how long have you been a tutor here at University of the West Indies?
I've been here for the past 3 years. I started out as a graduate assistant.
Okay.
And it eventually morphed into teaching assistant slash research assistant position. So I've been here for 3 years, but I actually entered the university in 2008 as a 20-year-old, I think.
Right, right.
So, yeah, I've been here for that
So what has your experience been like, both as a student when you were here, when you were 20, 2008, and now as a teaching assistant?
To be honest, it has been a very good experience, all good experiences. Initially, I was in the Faculty of Humanities and Education. Had
Right.
fun there, made great friends. Actually studied media and communication, specifically
Interesting.
public relations. Yeah. So we had to plan and do public sessions and all of that. Did some political science, minor did political science, and that's
Oh.
where I actually developed that the love for anything in government.
Government, right.
Yeah, so it has been good experiences. It wasn't as technologically savvy as in 2008 compared to now, where
Right.
you have easily accessible Wi-Fi. BBM ran the day that time, so
BBM.
it's much
Wow,
different now.
ages ago, ancient. So what would you say is one of the highlights of your career thus far, whether at UWI or as a student?
I'd say obtaining my masters.
Okay.
And yeah, that's
And what do you have your master's in, if I may ask?
government.
Government.
And
Okay.
I'm also in the process of eventually transitioning out of the UWI system to
Right.
go abroad to study for a PhD. So I think that's the highlight of my.
Well, it's after you complete your time tutoring, right?
Yeah,
Of course,
yeah,
I can't
this-
just, the tutor just disappear on me like that.
Hopefully by this summer. I
Hopefully
should
by
be-
this summer.
yeah.
Okay, okay. Exciting stuff. So, what would you say has been your greatest or one of your greatest challenges thus far as a tutor?
Students. All right, I think the students. I think they're a bit reminiscent of me and persons, some of
Right.
my contemporaries back in the day.
Right.
We were easily distracted sometimes, but now with the proliferation of so much smartphones and all of that,
Right.
it's much more intense. So the students how should I put this now?
Sometimes I guess out of touch, detached.
Out of touch with
Right.
realities, and they're too focused on social media.
Right, right.
To be honest, when I was a student, I didn't read much, but because I had a wide view of current affairs,
Right.
most of my tutorials, it came easy to me.
Right.
Yeah, because I read widely enough in public affairs,
Affairs,
watch TV a lot. I didn't
up
watch
with
the
the news.
Kardashians, yeah.
Right.
So,
You didn't
it
watch
was,
the Kardashians?
so it
You're
was
throwing
easy
shade
for
at us?
yes, it was easy for me to relate to what was going on in my lectures and tutorials. And I was a bit shy too, and a number of lecturers they found that I didn't like talking.
Okay.
So yeah, I didn't like talking in the classes, so I just keep my mouth shut and absorb everything else like a sponge.
All right, so what would you say is your strategy that you use in the classroom? You always engage us in class. I can say that much of my experience with you. But I mean, I don't know what you utilize in other settings. I mean, outside of my class. What
To be
strategy?
honest, just to try to engage
Try to
with,
engage them.
try to ask them questions that I think are pertinent. Try to break it up into
Right.
language that they might understand because
Right.
sometimes I understand it might be a bit too academic for them,
Right. Right.
especially the way some lecturers and tutors relate stuff to them. So I try to put it in real life situations to take it out of the abstract for them to have some understanding. If they ask questions based on that, I try to break it up in terms of, for example, a presentation. I
Right.
try to tell them how I think they should approach it.
Right.
So yeah, I just try to have some engagement with them because I understand that, well, even when I was a student, we'd also always see our lecturers and tutors as being, very far flung from us. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think that sometimes that needs to change a bit.
Mhm.
Yeah, in order to facilitate the students some more going forward.
All right. So, who is Mr. Young outside of the classroom? If we maybe,
All
if
right,
you
that's
can ask
fine.
that.
Most persons they think that when I see me the first time, they think that I'm very serious or I'm very
Yes,
strict.
I thought that too.
Yeah, to be
I
honest,
definitely did.
to be honest, I'm not like that. Outside the classroom,
Mhm.
when I was going to high school, I was one of the class clowns. I'm definitely a jovial person outside.
Right.
Love to have fun. Used to play football a lot more. Don't play much anymore.
Mhm.
Love going out. I'm not going to tell you that where I go out because I don't want to see you guys there. Having a few drinks
Wow.
now and again.
He just dropped the shade.
Yes. Used to like clubbing, but I don't do that
Don't do
much
anymore.
anymore.
All right.
Parties. Just going out,
Enjoying
adventurous.
yourself like a normal person,
Yeah,
of course.
yeah. I know you guys now. I think that lecturers and tutors are different. We're not much
Different. You're
different,
not
but
much
it's
different.
just different crowds. So that's the same thing.
Different crowds.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Young. So, 3 words to describe you. Any 3 words? I'm already here. I'm already hearing outgoing. I'm already hearing that one. Another two.
Um, I'd say introverted at times.
Introverted at times.
Yeah,
Okay.
introverted. And which other one? How would you say attention to detail? No, not attention.
Meticulous.
Meticulous. Yes.
Meticulous.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So meticulous, outgoing, and sometimes he's an introvert. All right. So, what is your advice to students currently at the university?
All right.
Any advice that you have for them?
All right. Well, to be honest, sometimes I try to use my tutorials like at the end of them to give them some advice.
Right.
I believe that the tertiary education. It's a big privilege that we've been given.
Right.
I wish it was extended to more persons from
Right.
lower socioeconomic backgrounds.
Okay.
But I hope they use the time here to develop themselves as a person, to get the requisite skills in order to enter the job market or be entrepreneurs, and basically aid in the changing and development of Jamaica. So don't just come here and you just go through the motions. You don't
Right.
develop any additional skills. You don't go through the work. You don't leave without the important piece of paper, which is to say that the Senate has approved their degrees. So some persons come here, they get caught in the hype, the fast life, the
Right.
things that are not important.
Not important, right?
Yeah, and I remember when I was a student here, I saw many persons like that. So that's my advice, ultimate advice. Never get too caught up in social media, the partying, and all the things that don't contribute to credits and that going towards your degree. Because at the end of the day, when your other contemporaries are gone after 3 or 4 years and you're still stuck here, you're going to be like a relic from the past, and you're still going to be trying to live a life that you can't afford,
Right.
and you're just going to be left behind. So
Right.
you're still going to be immature in a sense. So try to get the skills, the diploma, and try to go out there, work, get some experience, and change lives, make your mother them proud. To be honest, because that's really what I try to do. Because I'm from a single parent home, and you know that the cost of education now
Commendable.
is it's very expensive. So don't waste your investment, basically.
All right, thank you very much. So you hear that, guys? Stay focused and try to develop yourselves as holistically as possible. And as he also said, stay focused on important things. Did he get in the degree and not just the partying and every social media? Some type of thing against social media, sir. But thank you very much for coming into studio today.
No problem, no
And
problem.
I guess
It's
I'll
a
see you
pleasure.
on Tuesday, sir.
Yes,
All
you
right.
will. All right, take care. Have a good one.
Five, four, three, two.
Hi guys, so this is another week of SoSci Live. This week, for Business Mindset, we have with us Sajay Williams, and she's going to tell us a little bit more about her business. Hi, Miss Williams.
Hello, good day.
How are you?
I'm not bad, thank you. And you?
Oh, I'm doing very fine. I get to understand that you have your own business. How's that going?
It's going pretty good actually. It's Yahas, and basically I sell and make my own beaded jewelry.
Wow, that sounds very interesting. Today I'm going to ask you a few questions so we can just have a little more insight into what you do and find out what it is that you have to say to young entrepreneurs out there.
Okay, no problem.
So, first thing I want to know is that what ignited the spark in you to start a new business? What happened?
Alright, so basically it started out when I was in like primary school, and everybody would make the typical put beads on a string.
Yeah.
And I found out that I actually had a love for it. So it wasn't until high school there was the Junior Achievement Company of Entrepreneurs program where we were supposed to create a product or a service and sell it to the public. So we came up with the idea of making beaded jewelry, and that is where it really started. After the Junior Achievement program ended, I continued on my own, and I'm here now.
Oh, so you didn't start out individually.
No, not necessarily.
Well, you're doing very good by yourself now. But my other question to you is that how do you generate new ideas? How do you just think about, okay, then it's beaded jewelry. What am I going to change in this one to make it unique from the one that everybody else has?
I think I just have a creative genes in me. Um, Most of my ideas just come out of my head. Sometimes when um, a, sometimes when something is the new trend, I'll try to mimic the idea but add my own little touch to it. Or like through Instagram, that's where I get some of my sales. Would have customers specifying how they would want it, so we do custom made, and so when they tell me their ideas, I'll add something to it to make it a little more interesting.
Oh, that's very nice. But what I want to know is that what do you think are the three top skills for someone to be a successful entrepreneur?
Well, of course, you're going to need to know how to make whatever it is that you're making. So production skills is very important. You also need to communicate well. You need to communicate well with your customers, communicate well with the persons you're working with. And finally, advertising. Advertising is important.
I can
It's really
imagine.
important. It is really important to ensure that you get your products out there.
Okay, but being out there in the business world, you're young, you're a student here at the University of the West Indies. How is it that you go about doing all of this? How do you manage your time?
I'm still trying to work that out. Sometimes I don't know how I do it myself, but you basically have to just have good time management. It's important that it's what I try to do is I like outline what I'm going to do throughout the day,
Yes.
and I'll go from there.
Okay.
I try.
So, in the business world right now, right? You're out there. What do you believe to be your greatest fear?
Alright, my greatest fear. My greatest fear would be too much workload. Do I want the sales? It is me one. So too much workload kinda is my biggest fear at this point.
Okay. What's your greatest aspiration?
My greatest aspiration. Mm, mm. I'll, I'm hoping
Yes.
that my business will get bigger eventually.
Mm-hmm.
I want to expand soon enough, not only with beaded jewelry and with other ideas that I will not disclose at this moment.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. But in the university right now and around us, we see a lot of young people trying to get into business, right? But what I want to know is that you're already out there. You have your page on Instagram, Facebook, everything. What are the advices that you have to give to these persons? Like, what is it that you want to encourage them to do in order to be successful?
All right. So first of all, whatever it is that you plan to do, ensure it is something that you love.
Yeah.
Makes no sense you're going to do something if you don't love it. And though you love it, you have to ensure that it is something that persons actually want. It makes no sense. You're creating something and you're not going to make any sales from it. So that would be my first point. Second, understand that failure is going to occur. Oftentimes, persons, when they come up with an idea and they're so pumped up and excited about it, they if something simply goes wrong, they tend to want to stop or not continue. I don't recommend that. I suggest that you stick with it, you go through, expect failure, because it is a must, and just do what you have to do. And thirdly, third point.
All right, I won't stress you on the third point, but what do you think is the greatest difference between an entrepreneur and somebody who works for other persons?
Alright. So I know for a fact that an entrepreneur brings their own idea across. An employer basically just improving on their weakness while the employer improves on their skills and ideas. It's one of the greatest to me.
Okay, but you're here at UWI, so how has your products been received by the students? Is it that it's welcoming?
Alright, so it's not where I want it to be, but I am grateful for where it is. It has been received, however, there's room for improvement.
Okay.
I guess I need to advertise more.
And that's exactly what I'm going to ask you about now. How is it that you market yourself?
So what I do is, as you mentioned earlier, I created the Instagram page and Facebook page. So I advertise through social media. When I started in first year, what I did was I would create posters and I'd post them on the notice boards across campus. So I would get some sales from there as well. That's basically it, really.
So for our viewers who may be interested, how do they find you?
Alright, so they can find me on Instagram at YAGAHS. That's Yajas or Yahas. And it's the same for Facebook. You can contact me through WhatsApp at 425-3472. You can also email me at SJAYLIDDLE@yahoo.
Okay, guys, there you have it. Shajay Williams telling us all about her beaded jewelry company that she just business that she just started. I know you guys are interested, so make sure you check her out on Instagram or Facebook. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
I want that up on the radio. You know, say music. It sound like something that listen on the 80s. Yo, Granny, you know, say I'm Virgin Page. And I know Page.
Voilà. Turn up the level. Guitar fibo. Turn up the level. Guitar fibo. Turn up the level. Turn up the level. Turn up the level. Guitar fibo. Turn up the level. Guitar fibo. Turn up the level. Turn up the level. Story start with a youth, yeah. But for me age of the cougar. Chop it me like it's a booger. I the chula when it tune jar. That is why you no rooter. No heart when me see me want to draw. Dreams and me sleep on a cooler. Wake up next day getting cooler. I'm high up in that brain. Walk on a cloud and me drop strain. Acting so weird like black rain. No see to the way they can't straight. Man can make touches no man drain. Make you get parked like handbrake. Highly Selassie I'm on heel. Play like Mario. Turn up the level. Guitar fibo. Turn up the level. Guitar fibo.
Mary show the gamel. Girls, they like the smell. Up the weed, I'm rolling. Goddamn, I'm flowing over all this. Can't you tell? Watch me cast a spell. Spit the magic, you know. Okay. I say smoking dope and Joe. Rolling weed and getting dope. Listen what the show say. Rolling low, I'm causing Sosa. Keep it popping, lollipop and soda. When you hear me spitting, yo, just weed. Turn up the level. Eat off people, eat off people. Turn up the level. Eat off people, eat off people. Turn up the level. Eat off it, turn up the level. Eat off it, turn up the level. Turn up the level. Alright. Hold on. 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 Alright. Hold on.
Alright. 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk. Today on Games, we will join Rico Gay Grant with Stockpile.
Alright guys, so SoSci is back at it again this week with another game. This week we'll be playing Stockpile. So we have with us Shauna K and Orlando. The rules of this game is that they're going to make a pyramid from these cups. But they have to use one hand to make the pyramid. At the end of making the pyramid, they're going to take it back down using one hand. The person who finishes first wins. So, Shannon can't plan for win. Like she bad me up. But guys, I wish you best of luck. Who you think going to win? You? You lose the one game already, so you better win this one. Alright guys, after 3, 1, 2, 3. Shauna? 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 You want to continue? Guys, I don't think I need to say who our winner is. Thanks for trying. We appreciate you being here. Orlando, how does it feel to be a winner?
Really? Yeah, all right. No.
I am glad that you win this week.
Yeah.
I'm really glad, because guess what?
That's the first time I played.
And you're good now with nothing else. So there you have it, guys. This was Stockpile this week on SoSci Live. Tune in next week or be here next week to be a part of our next game. Oh God, Shauna still a try. Thank you, guys.
Poor Shauna. Congratulations to Orlando, though, for winning your game for today. Now we're moving into our announcements. So, today we have the Guild Treasury Committee is having their Master Raisers Awards. And then tomorrow we have intramural netball. So guys, please get up and go out and support your halls. I'm assuming it's going to be held at Bowl, more than likely. So get up and go and support your hall. Go Taylor Hall. I have to be biased. It's my hall. Thank you. And then Wednesday, no school. No school unless you're doing Econ 1005, and if you're in Mr. Beverly's class, guys, class is being held on Wednesday. I learned about that this morning. So you need to get up, out of your bed, and come to class. Come to school, because we have class that day. And then March 2nd, we have Guild Town Hall. They're having a town hall meeting, and I think it's very important that we hold our leaders accountable. I mean, elections are coming up. So please come out on March 2nd and attend Guild Town Hall and ask your questions, voice your concerns, get to know what the Guild is doing for you. And then, of course, Integration Thursday, never miss Inti. I wonder who is performing this week. Last week, I went, and I'm going with the Beatings. Beatings, big up yourself, Tifa. And then on March 3rd, the Mary C. Cole Hall will be having their barbecue, and also the entrepreneur competition finale will be taking place also on March the 3rd. And finally, the External Affairs Committee of the Guilds will be having their literacy project. So, other things happening this week as usual. So support your hall, intramural netball, come out to Guild Town Hall on Thursday, never miss Inti, and of course, please study, because as I am aware, mid-semesters has officially started, and we want to get those A's. And as Mr. Young said earlier, you want to get that degree. So please, all the best for the week. Was I supposed to close? What? Yeah.